Welcome everyone to some chair yoga. So if you can find a chair in your house that's about this size, has regular legs so that our feet can go underneath, and about knee height is going to be good. I also have a pillow. I find that the loaf-shaped pillows are nice for our head, and one towel, and also a blanket. So let's set these up. Set your towel where it's accessible. A good place is on the back of your chair. And I'm just gonna set my pillow off to the side for now. And I have two chairs. This is just for the sake of filming. You can set your chair up like this one here, with the seated portion facing you at the front of your mat. And we'll start off seated in this chair, but I'll start off facing you guys for this beginning. Start to get comfortable, root down through the sit bones. You can have the feet hip distance or a little wider. Rest your palms on the tops of your thighs. Inhale, lengthen the crown of the head up. Exhale, root down through the sit bones. Blink your eyes closed. Have a softness to your facial expression. And take a moment to acknowledge any thoughts going on, any loops, any riffraff. And imagine those thoughts like mud in a pond, little particles swirling around. With each exhale breath, imagine those little particles settling to the bottom of the pond. Eventually allowing these thoughts to settle so we can see clearly. Follow the inhale breath through the nose to the back of the throat, into the ribs. And with each exhale, anchor down through the sit bones. Let the leg bones feel like lead. Observe the fluctuations in the body with each inhale breath compared to each exhale. And allow this rhythm to guide your practice. Start to blink the eyes open and just start to roll the neck from side to side until your left ear comes to your left shoulder. Pause. Draw your right shoulder down a little more. Then rock the neck forward, bring the chin to the chest, roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. Draw that left shoulder down a little. Keep doing this to your own pace. Spend a little extra time at some areas that have tension. And remember to maintain a nice long spine, lifting the back ribs up. Eventually we'll meet back at neutral. On your inhale, bring the arms wide. Exhale, clasp your shoulders, bring elbows together, tuck the chin. Inhale, bring the arms wide. Exhale, cross the right arm beneath the left, clasp the shoulders. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, wrap your left hand underneath the right, clasp the shoulders. Continue this to your own breath. Inhale to open the arms. Exhale, clasp the shoulders, tuck the chin. 3 more cycles of this. Last one all together. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, clasp the shoulders. On your next inhale, come back to neutral. Widen the feet. Cross the forearms, clasp this ledge of your chair. Pull the arms up, draw the shoulders down, tuck the chin, and then look towards your right foot. And then look towards your left foot. Keep lengthening down through the sit bones. Knit those ribs into the body. Come back to center. Change the cross of your forearms. Clasp this lip of your chair. Pull up with your hands. Root down through your sit bones. Tuck the chin to the chest. Look towards your right foot. And look towards your left foot. Come back to center. Walk the feet in a little, hip distance apart. Clasp your thumbs out in front of you. Reach your fingertips forward. Widen the collarbone. Inhale, start to lift the arms up. As you lift the arms up, pause halfway. Keep sucking those front ribs in, lengthening the tailbone down. One more inhale here. Then as you exhale, release your thumbs. Rest your left hand on the outside of your right knee for a gentle twist. Look over your right shoulder. Keep that belly hugging in, both hips pointing forward. Drive the twist from the back of your left rib cage. Keep lengthening the crown of your head up. Inhale, back to center. Now, clasp your thumbs the opposite way this time, the way that feels weird. Inhale, lift your arms overhead. As you lift your arms closer to your ears, notice if you start to sag in the low back. And if that happens, pause where you are. Suck those front ribs in, lengthen the tailbone down. Keep energetically pulling the thumbs apart and firming the triceps towards your nose. One more breath here, inhale. Then exhale, release the thumbs, gentle twist to the left. Rest your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Look over your left shoulder. And inhale, back to center. Push into your hands, stand up. Face your chair. From here, have yourself about a foot away from your chair. Put your hands on your hips. Widen your toes, stack the joints. Find a place to focus your gaze out in front of you. Put all your weight onto the sole of your left foot. Bend your right knee out in front of you. Set your right foot on your chair. Squeeze inner thighs together. Place your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Inhale, reach your right hand back behind you. Look past those right fingertips. Broaden across your collarbones and the back of your shoulder blades. Inhale here. On your next exhale, unwind back to center. Bring hands to heart center. Straighten out that right leg. Press your right heel into your chair. And gently start to fold forward just slightly. Think about extending the crown of the head forward, folding from the hip. Really dig into your right heel. Soft bend in your right knee to protect this right hamstring. And inhale back up. Set your right foot down. Bring your hands to your hips. Widen your toes, stack your joints, make sure your knees are tracking directly past your toes. Lengthen down through your tailbone and through your pubic bone. Lift the rib cage up. Relax your neck muscles down. Weight into your right foot, bend your left knee, set your left foot on your chair. Squeeze inner thighs in towards one another. Firm those outer hips in. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, reach your left fingertips back. Look past your left hand. Think about widening across the back of your shoulder blades. Point both hips forward, squeeze inner thighs together. Drive the twist from the back of your right rib cage. One more inhale. Exhale, unwind, bring hands to heart center. Start to straighten out your left leg. Flex those left toes. Dig your left heel into the chair. Squeezing inner thighs together, hands to the heart. Fold just halfway. Remember to keep a soft bend in that left knee. This can be a lot on the hamstrings. And inhale back to standing. Set your left foot down. Walk closer in towards your chair so the ball of your foot is in line with these wood legs. And then take a giant step back with your right foot. Have that back foot at a 45-degree angle. Point your left toes forward. Bring your arms wide. Bend into your left knee, find warrior two. Now your left knee shouldn't go past this chair. Keep pressing that right inner thigh back behind you. Extend the arms long. Look past those left fingertips. On your next inhale, reach your left arm up and back, reverse warrior, bring your right hand behind your back. Exhale, breath, find side angle pose, rest your left forearm on your left thigh, reach your right hand up, stack right hand over right shoulder, stack your side ribs over one another. Imagine like you're dodging lasers. On your next inhale, press down through your feet, rise up, straighten out your front leg. Maybe you scoot your back foot in a little. Back foot still at a 45-degree angle. Press into the ball of your left foot. Squeeze the top of your left thigh. Tip your right hip back. Reach your left hand forward. Set your left hand on your chair. Stack right hand over right shoulder, triangle pose. Inhale, rise back up, arms wide. Roll up onto the ball of your back foot. Plant your hands on your chair. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Let's hover here in a plank for a moment. Keep sucking that belly in. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Extend the crown of the head and the sternum forward. Push evenly through both hands. Now, step your left foot up. Step your right foot up. Inhale, lift up halfway, extend the crown of the head forward, hands still on your chair. Bring hands to hips, firm up the legs, rise all the way up to standing. Arms go overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows into cactus. Look up. Inhale, arms back overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And down by our sides. Now walk your feet up so that the balls of your feet are in line with the legs of your chair. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Plant your left foot at a 45-degree angle. Lots of weight into your right heel. Bend into your right knee. Find warrior two. Arms go wide. Press a lot into the outer edge of your back foot. Keep pressing your left inner thigh back behind you. Track your right knee forward. Firm up this right outer hip. to stabilize this knee in place. From here, inhale, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Right hand goes up, left hand behind your back. Exhale, breath, find side angle pose. Rest your right forearm on your right thigh. Reach your left hand up, stacking it over your left shoulder. It's really common to reach that left hand beyond. I want you to stack it like Legos. On your next inhale, press down through your feet, rise all the way up, straighten out your front leg, shift the weight to the ball of your right foot. Maybe you scoot your back foot in a couple inches. Pull that shin bone forward, firm up your right thigh, protect your right hamstring. Tip your left hip back, reach forward as you exhale to lower down to triangle pose. Place your right hand on your chair. Stack side ribs. Widen the collarbones in the back of the shoulders. Extend the crown of the head forward. On your next inhale, press down through your feet, rise back up. Roll up onto the ball of your back foot. Plant your hands, bend into your right knee. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Pause here in a supported plank. Two more breaths. Then step your right foot up. Step your left foot up. Inhale, lift halfway. Soft bend into the knees, bring hands to hips, hug that belly in, lengthen the spine as you rise up to standing. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, look up. Keep lengthening down through your tailbone. Knit those front ribs into the body as you coil the upper back. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, hands to heart center and down by our sides. Step your toes in line with the legs of the chair again. Take a giant step back with your right foot. Bump that right foot off to the right a little, so it's like your feet are on train tracks. And gently nudge that left hip back so that our pelvis is level. The weight is in the ball of our left foot. Pull that left shin bone forward, firm up that left thigh. Bring hands to hips. As you exhale, lengthen your tailbone back, extend the crown of the head forward, keep these ribs knitted into the body. Press your hands onto your chair. Think about sliding the back ribs forward and level off that sacrum. You should be able to set a cup of coffee on your sacrum without spilling. Take your left hand to your hip. See if you can reach your right fingertips forward, rest them on the back of your chair like you're giving someone a handshake. And if you want, you can start looking over your left shoulder, stacking your left elbow up towards the ceiling. Remember to level off those pelvis. From here, start to unwind, set your right hand down, set your left hand down. Press into your hands, roll up on the ball of your back foot. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Let's hold plank for 3 breaths. Look forward, step your left foot up, step your right foot up. Inhale to lift halfway. Bend your knees, place hands to hips, suck the belly in with a long spine, rise up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms, look up. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center and down by our sides. Step the toes up towards the front legs. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Plant your left foot at a 45-degree angle. Start to wrap that left hip forward, facing both hips towards the front of your mat. Lots of weight into the big toe mound. Firm up that right thigh. Bring hands to hips. Start to lengthen the tailbone back as you extend the crown of the head forward. Place your hands on your chair. Press into your hands. Traction them in towards your body so you can slide your back ribs forward a little more, getting so much length in your spine. Remember, if you have super loosey-goosey ligaments, that we have to protect this right hamstring by pressing into our right big toe mound, pulling that right shin bone forward, firming up our right thigh, and make sure that your right outer hip sucks into the midline in line with your right foot. Place your right hand on your hip, reach your left hand forward like you're giving someone a handshake. Rest the pinky edge on the top of your chair. Start to look up over your right shoulder, point your right elbow up. And then start to unwind, set your right hand down, set your left hand down. Roll up onto the ball of your back foot, bend into your right knee. Step your right foot back to meet the left, supported plank. 3 breaths. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway, extend the crown of the head forward. Soft bend in your knees, hands to hips. Rise up to standing. Inhale, arms go overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, look up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center and down by our sides. Turn around so that our chair is behind us. You can walk the feet hip distance apart, or you can have big toes touching, the heels about 1 inch apart. This chair is just for reference. We're going to do some chair pose. So bend deeply into your knees. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Sit a little lower. Keep lengthening the tailbone down towards your chair. Lengthen the back ribs up and forward. I don't want to see you tilting the pelvis forward and sticking your bum out, creating this banana back. Make sure you keep lifting those front hip points. Sink a little lower. Sink a little lower. Sink a little lower. Hovering just millimeters above your chair. You can do it, you can do it. And exhale, sit down, bring hands to heart center. Lean back onto your chair. Look up. Reach your arms up. And then inhale back to center, hands to heart center. Stack shoulders over hips. Reach back and grab your towel. Inhale, reach your right arm up, hold your towel in your right hand. Bend your left elbow, bend your right elbow, reach to grab your towel. Pull the hands away from each other, pull the elbows away from each other. And as our hands get closer together, watch what happens with my ribs. They start to get puffy. So as you walk your hands in towards one another, make sure that you're lengthening your tailbone down and firming those front ribs in towards the body. One more breath. And then start to loosen your grasp in your left hand. Inhale your right hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower it down. Switch your towel into your left hand. Inhale, reach your left hand up. Bend your left elbow. Reach your right hand to clasp your towel. Pull your hands away from each other. And then walk them closer towards one another. remember to lengthen your tailbone down. Keep extending those back ribs up as you squeeze those front ribs into your body. Start to loosen your grasp of your right hand. Inhale your left hand up. Exhale, lower it down. You can set your towel off to the side. And we'll push off our hands, come to standing. And grab a pillow or a tri-folded blanket for you to sit on. You can always fold a blanket up like a burrito, and that's a good thing to sit on too. Come to a seated position, crossing the shin bones. Maybe you get yourself up a little higher, stack a couple blankets. And then rest your palms on top of one another. Lean forward, rest your forehead onto the back of your hands. You can rock your head from side to side. And then on your next inhale, start to rise up. Switch the cross of your legs. Place your other hand on top. Fold forward, rest your forehead on the back of your hands. You can rock your head from side to side. And then press into your hands, walk yourself up. Roll over onto your knees, scooch your pillow and your blanket back. Rest your knees onto your pillow. Bring your elbows to your chair, bring palms towards one another. You might have to adjust the distance of your pillow. Option 2 is to rest the forearms on top of one another. Or you can come to the back of your elbows, bringing palms together. Make sure you keep pressing into your elbows. Try not to let the chest get saggy like a donkey. Keep lifting the rib cage up and in. Lengthen your tailbone back. Have your ears in line with your upper arms. Eventually, press into your elbows, lift the chest, walk the knees forward. Sit down onto your heels. Bring your feet flat in front of you. Move your pillow back for your head. Scoot your sit bones forward. Engage your core as you lower onto your back. And then scooch your sit bones in closer towards your chair. Bring your feet onto your chair. Rest the calves on your chair. Adjust your distance. You can scooch the hips in closer if that feels good. Maybe you lengthen the feet a little. Bring hands to the belly. Blink the eyes closed. Root the back of your shoulders into the mat. Settling into gravity. With each inhale, more openness to change. With each exhale, settling in to the present moment. I encourage you to take as many breaths as you need here. Eventually making your way into a nice long Shavasana.